So today I'm going to get started with some fun, this is everybody's favorite slide, the demographics. I know you all love demographics. I've got two of these for you. So just a brief overview. So the most recent data is 2017. 2018 data isn't out yet. But you can see in Cayuga County, we've been making some gains, continuing to make gains in median household income. The poverty rate has reduced a little bit over time. Looking at the poverty rate for children under 18, this is still an area we need to be paying attention to. And then looking at educational attainment, we are still seeing gains in educational attainment in the county and the percent of the population that has a high school degree. In digging into this data, it became abundantly clear to me how important this is to both community and individual economics. The poverty rate for individuals with a high school diploma or equivalent is roughly half that of those that don't have a high school diploma. And then the median income with a high school diploma jumps by almost $8,500. So that 1 degree makes a huge difference in the economic outlook for an individual. And when you put all those individuals together, it makes a huge impact on our economy as a whole. I was going to get into gender wage gaps, but I'm going to decide to move on past that. Just be aware that still exists in our community, especially at the lower educational levels. In the city of Auburn, one difference here is we are seeing a reduction in the median age in the city of Auburn. So that indicates that perhaps there's more young professionals and more families in the area or in the city, coming into the city. Again, median household income is increasing. Still need to keep an eye on those poverty rates, though. It's something that we're not seeing as much progress as we'd be hoping to. And actually from 2016 to 2017, the overall poverty rate did increase. So we really need to, this is an area that we're keeping a close eye on, and we need to figure out new ways to start to address this. And again, still same thing with the high school diplomas. Each level of education just makes the outlooks higher and higher. Poverty rates decrease, incomes go up. You would expect that, but the differences I see in the data are gigantic for poverty and income at different levels of education. So this is looking at our unemployment rate. Unemployment rate pretty much everywhere is very low. November, we had a 3.5% unemployment rate. December, which came out just after I finished this slide and I had to update it, December was 4.1. It is normal to see a jump in unemployment rate in December. It's seasonal. We actually started our jump a little late. So we are seeing historically low unemployment rates. We are trending with our region in terms of an unemployment rate, so we are performing just as well as anybody else around us in terms of how we're doing with our unemployment. A piece of that, though, is our labor force. And one exciting, I'm very excited about it, and you should be very excited about it, is that we have been seeing our labor force over the last few months see year-over-year gains. For a long time, our labor force has been decreasing. The last time we saw our labor force increase was 2016. It was, I think, 2 months in 2016 we saw an increase. We are now on month 3 of an increase in our labor force, and that's a big deal because our employers are desperate for workers, and to see this happen and not see an unusual jump in unemployment rate is a big deal because people coming into the labor force are finding work. So the jobs are out there and the workers are coming back and participating again. Central New York is also seeing this. They're in month 4 of a labor force gain. And we really want to keep an eye on this as we move forward because we do want to make sure that we're bringing people into the labor force that have the skills our businesses need. And as new people join, that if they don't have skills, we're training them for the jobs that we have available in the community. So one of the big things in every year is the consolidated funding application. This is where the state hands out a lot of their grant money, or I'll say awards a lot of their grant money. This year we had $3.7 million of grant funding awarded to projects in Cayuga County. That leveraged a total of $20.4 million of investment for a large number of projects. Projects range from downtowns and main streets. We had Cayuga Museum receive some funding. The Equal Rights Heritage Center received some funding for a marketing plan. The Aurora Masonic Center received some funding for their renovations, and the Schweinfurth also received some funding. We also have infrastructure projects. Many infrastructure projects around the county were awarded funding, and then also funding within manufacturing and industry and workforce development. So we saw a broad range of projects funded, and as we see those progress, I think we'll also be seeing how that affects other indicators in our demographics and our economics. In terms of CEDA, in 2018, we did see 10 new startups open with CEDA's assistance. 3 small business loans were approved, and we had 4 IDA projects. All of that adds up to, just the IDA projects alone was $21.7 million leveraged in investment. And all of these folks are creating jobs as well. So overall, for 2018, the projects that CEDA assisted are going to create 143 new jobs, at least, retain 362 jobs, and invest $24 million. That's a big impact for a community of our size, and we just hope to maintain that momentum and see additional growth as we move forward. Coming up in 2019, there's a lot of things that are happening now in preparation for 2019. The Downtown Revitalization Initiative is underway. Myself and the mayor are the co-chairs of that committee, and we're currently in the process of coming up with a list of projects to provide to the state to receive funding out of that pot of grant money. It's a $10 million grant, and we are going to submit a plan with a list of projects in March and hope that this summer we will receive an award announcement from the state telling us which of those projects will move forward. To set the expectations, once we get that award, it will still be time before you see movement on these projects. We're not going to see projects start on July 1st if we get an award announcement on June 30th. So it's still going to be some time before we see progress on this, but at the end, when all of this is said and done, you're going to see huge impacts in the downtown area. The local planning committee just met this week to start whittling down the list of projects, and we have another meeting coming up on February 24th, 6th. It's a Tuesday. So those are open to the public. Please do come, and we'll also have a public workshop coming up in March to get input on the final list of projects. So keep an eye on this and do participate in the process, everybody's feedback, and we really want to make sure that the projects we're submitting are meeting the needs of the community. We also have the Opportunity Zone, which is a fun new, not that new program that's available from the federal level. This is a huge investment opportunity. It is specific to an area of the city that is the northwestern corner. It's from North Street over to the western boundary of the city and kind of Clark Street up to the northern boundary. It includes the Auburn Technology Park and a number of businesses. This program allows investors to defer or reduce their tax liability on capital gains by investing in capital expenditures in opportunity zones. We're going to have more information coming out about this, so keep an eye on it, but we do want to make sure that the community is aware that there's this new investment opportunity to raise funds for businesses in this section of Auburn. So if you talk to someone who is connected over here, or if you have capital gains that you'd like to reinvest, we can find you projects right here in the county to do that. Workforce development is an ongoing initiative. This past year, CEDA did put together a video talking about modern manufacturing and careers in modern manufacturing. If you hadn't seen it yet, it's on the manufacturing page of our website, or you can see it on our YouTube channel. And this is really trying to help young people understand that manufacturing isn't the same thing that it was many, many years ago. There's a lot of different opportunities. A lot of it's very high tech. It's very clean in a lot of instances, and it's a good path for a lot of people. It's got sales and HR and engineering, in addition to one speaker in the video talks about there's someone who, it's like playing a video game. His job is doing prototyping and setting up machines is like playing a video game. So manufacturing jobs are very interesting, and this was our initial step in trying to help the community understand what a manufacturing job really is now. We hope to continue this effort and do additional work for other industries, because agriculture is another industry that tends to get overlooked from a workforce perspective. Kids don't think I want to go into ag, so how can we help people understand what an agricultural job is? We're also working with the Auburn School District, BOCES, and CCC to put a student career event together this spring to help local students from Cayuga County understand what their career opportunities are here in Cayuga County, so they can either enter the workforce after high school, or know that if they go off to college, they can come back and have gainful employment and a career path right here at home. So this is an opportunity to help us build our workforce pipeline. We're also going to work on engaging our networks. We want to work on building networking for entrepreneurs and an entrepreneurial ecosystem. So in conjunction with SCORE, we'll be working with them to put together some entrepreneurial happy hours to help connect entrepreneurs to each other, but also service providers, investors, other folks who would be involved in that ecosystem. And then also building and engaging our referral networks. All of you know businesses. We want to make sure that you understand what CEDA does, so when you're talking to a business that needs help, you know when you can send them to us and how we can help them. So we're going to start with a few specific areas, but many of you may hear from us in the coming months to learn, to come to an event and just get a reminder of what CEDA's services really are. So the takeaways here, and from a forecasting perspective, we definitely want to keep an eye on that labor force. We want to continue to see that grow, and we want to see that the people coming into the labor force are finding employment here in the community. Overall, businesses are pretty optimistic right now. The Center State CEO every year does a survey of businesses in their 12-county region, and from that survey, over 75% of businesses that responded have a outlook that says that their business will be very strong or strong in 2019. That is an overwhelming number of businesses that have a strong outlook for 2019, and 75% also projected sales or revenue growth. So when we see those types of indicators, you see investment that comes along with that. Businesses grow, businesses change their product lines, grow their product lines, spin off other businesses. So this optimism, hopefully we can take that, leverage it for momentum to create more growth in the community. 55% of those businesses also project increasing or hiring more jobs. So that's a good outlook, and we want to keep that in mind as we move forward. And then also keep an eye on the projects that are happening right now. Some of the projects that have been in the works for a number of years. There's a list of them in the annual report on the table there. We're going to see those projects moving forward this year. We're going to see construction. We're going to see jobs being created. So keep an eye on those projects and drive by them every now and again, and hopefully we can, by this time next year, say many of those are done or they're almost done. So we really want to keep an eye on that growth that's happening in the community and hold on to those projects, because we've been working really hard on them, and we want everybody to be able to appreciate what they bring to the community. Also, keep an eye on your phones. We're going to be calling you, so don't ignore us. Please call us back. Or you could connect with us. You can always call us. You can reach staff members anytime. We have email, we have phones, we even have a fax machine still. So whatever you're comfortable with, do connect with us as well. When you have a business that needs help, if you yourself need help, if you have a business idea and you want to start up your own business, we're here to help you navigate those paths and find what resources are right for you. That's what we're here to do. So connect with us and also call us back when we call you. So at the end of the day, I'm pretty optimistic about 2019. I think we're going to have a good year. We're going to see some projects moving forward that we've been talking about for a while, and we're really going to see those impacts in the community as the momentum from the DRI starts to pick up and some of these additional projects get online.